Leonard Williams was traded, or Seahawks traded a second-round pick last year to get Leonard Williams in here, partly because we've had a hard time finding these 3-tech nose tackles. They're becoming very valued throughout the league. Every one of them is getting paid right and left.
You bet.
Do you like the Seahawks move of trading that second-round pick, which is basically Leonard Williams? You were able to sell him on the program to re-sign him here. If they hadn't done that, we do now know that they would have tried to trade up into the second round. They were trying to trade up to get Cooper Beebe, supposedly in this last draft, and couldn't be it. Which of the two paths do you think was the better path on that one?
Teams always need to find ways to acquire talent that they're not good at drafting, because every team has Achilles heels when it comes to drafting. Some teams are great at drafting and developing positions. Pittsburgh, wide receivers, they don't seem to be able to miss. They always do a very good job, and they move off when they don't. That's just one example, but there are teams that, Chicago can't get quarterbacks. Like, they can't. So they traded for Rick Meyer. You want to talk about way back in the day, and Bears Seahawks. There's a lot of Bears Seahawks stuff that goes back and forth. I was thinking about that. Andy Heck was.
Randy got him, by the way, on that. I asked him about that trade. Chicago he had a Notre Dame background that Chicago GM did at the time. So he took advantage of that. He was laughing about it. He's like, yeah, I knew he loved Notre Dame. So I was like,
yeah. Randy. Bobby Ingram. Was a Seahawk and a Bear. There's a lot of fun Seahawks Bears stuff, but Chicago has not been able to get a quarterback, so they've had to trade. They traded for Cutler. They traded for Rick Meyer. They tried to trade for Russell Wilson. Teams need to do that on positions they don't hit well, and the Hawks have not been able to generate that very particular role in the defensive line very well. So they found a guy that's a proven commodity, and they knew they were going to have to pay for him. It was definitely a risk, but they got him in. He worked out, and, they got him to re-sign. So I would say that's a plus. Cooper Beebe, I really like as a player, but Leonard Williams, I think the Seahawks have been better at drafting guards. So let him go get a guard in the, third round, which they've done, fourth round, which they've done, and go get Leonard Williams, a proven performer, get him in, have him play well, and sign him. So they did, and no arguments with that.